Ah! Oh, hold on a second.
Miriam.
There we go. You're Miriam.
Keto Chow.
Yep. It's going to do it again. You ready?
Ah!
Boom! Anyway, I'm Chris, also a co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away. It's doing that because I reused the weekly one for this one because I had changed some stuff around. Anyway.
Well, whatever.
Be sure to subscribe.
I was going to say that. To our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Hit the little bell icon for daily updates. I mean, not daily updates, because I haven't rewrote what I wanted to say of Keto Chow happenings.
That's right. Anyway, it is my birthday. I had to do math to figure out how old I was. That's how old I am. And they got me a card.
Yeah, they as in Keto Chow.
As in Keto Chow. So it'll have an Amazon gift card in there that I paid for.
Good job giving yourself a card, honey.
Carrie says, hello, Chris and Miriam. Chris is only 21. Well, I'm definitely celebrating my 35th birthday today.
22.
22, okay.
You have gray. You can't be that young.
I know, right?
Sorry, Charlie.
I did see a question from Pat. Says, will the individual packets of electrolyte tablets be available to add to the My Chow subscription? So for any of you who don't know what is being talked about, if you go to the supplements page, and you go to the electrolytes, whoa, that's kind of weird. I'm not sure what's going on there. But we do have a sachet that has 2 pills. 30 of those sachets ends up being 60 tablets. But wow, that's really weird. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's probably
we'll fix it. It's fine.
Yeah, it might actually just be the reset. I don't know. Anyway, it's available on that page. Except it's super weird. It's yeah. Okay. Anyway. So I don't know if we're going to have that available in the subscription or not.
Probably not.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Lots of people saying happy birthday to me because Joe told them all to come on here and say happy birthday to me.
Oh, really? Let's sing to you.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Chris. Happy birthday to me.
Yay.
Anyway. Hi, everybody. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Yesterday, all my kids were like, what do you want for Father's Day? And so I finally sent all of them a text message that said, for Father's Day, I would like a week-long vacation from having to tell anybody to do their job.
So really, I'm just telling them to do their job so that he doesn't have to.
Anyway, Blue says, happy birthday to the Chow Father, right? Let's see. Yeah, lots of people. J-Dog says extreme close-up. Yeah, well, because the reason for that
Technical
is
stuff.
when we do the weekly live stream, the Tuesday night live stream, we're shooting with a camera that's actually a lot further away. This one is almost in arm's reach.
Yeah,
the other one is the other one's on the other side of the room, and we actually have it zoomed out a bit. And we have it recording a much wider field of view.
In case we want to do edits or whatever.
But it's recording in 4K, and we give that to our video guy along with the live stream recording, so that, and you might have seen some of the videos that are cut up from the live stream, and it like goes back and forth from Miriam to I. It's just using the single stream. But to make the live stream look right, I have it cropped in on us so it looks normal, even though it's shooting a wider field. And I added a bunch of, well, I might as well pull up the computer talk thing. I had added these to the computer at home that does the live stream, and I wanted to get them over to this one, and so I copied everything and forgot about all that.
Including the Zoomy thing.
Especially the Zoomy thing. So, but anyway.
It's fine.
It's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. So my dad was telling me yesterday, I was talking to him, he said that his church does a live stream every day.
Okay.
And he says, every Sunday.
Okay.
And he said that they mess up every time. And I'm like,
Yeah,
You know
that's
what?
live stream.
Live streams mess up every time.
Oh, man.
Chris just usually can fix it faster than other people. That's what I said, and he's like, "Oh,
I made like
thanks for
4
telling me
massive
that."
errors yesterday during the
it's
live stream.
raining.
Yay!
Yay.
I'm happy. Yeah, Ready Set Keto says happy birthday, Chris.
Hey, thank
Now,
you.
which one of you is that? Anyway, it's always funny
We've
when
been
you've
watching
got
your videos.
when you've got 2 different people that share an account, and it's like, which one of you is it?
It's like, who's Keto Chow? It could be anybody.
It could be anyone. Lots of people saying happy birthday. Shauna says it's always good to treat yourself.
Yeah, treat yourself. With not messing up on the live stream.
Well, treating myself like having the kids get me exactly what I want for my birthday.
Yeah.
And everyone keeps saying, like, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, I have enough stuff.
I don't want more stuff.
Miriam just keeps on complaining that
I just wanna
stuff comes into
declutter
the
the
house
house.
and nothing leaves the house. So
That's true, except for garbage, which is the Amazon package it came in.
that's right. We did get 2 new sleeping bags, so maybe that's my birthday present.
So then when we're at Harbor Freight, I got mixed up. This weekend, Chris says, we need to get these scissors. And I'm like, we have scissors. He's all, none in the kitchen. So when we get home with the package of scissors, I go and grab 2 of the scissors, a scissor out of the 2 that were in the drawer to open the package of 5 scissors. So now we have a lot of scissors so that they can wander the house and never return.
Yep. Apparently, I also wanted scissors for my birthday.
Scissors for you.
Anyway, everybody's saying good morning.
Good morning.
Karen says happy birthday, Chris.
What
Mike is
keto
here
chow
as
are you
well.
having today? Are you having keto chow today?
I have 2 banana keto chow. There was a pina colada in the fridge. So our daughter, Kate, she doesn't like banana keto chow.
Weird.
She likes almost all the flavors except banana. And when I went up to girls' camp to be a warm body and to check a box,
Yes.
I brought with me a cooler that had 6 keto chows in it. And I was fully expecting to eat at least some of them.
Yes.
Turns out I didn't eat any of them because 2 of my daughters were involved in the planning of the food for the camp.
So they did better.
And so every meal had
Some keto.
a carnivore option, essentially. And so I didn't eat any of the keto chow I brought. And so I'm like, hey, Kate, do you want some of the keto chow? She's like, yes, I do. I'm like, do you want all the keto chow? I've got 6. She's like, yes, I do. 3 of them were banana.
So the problem with the menu isn't the fact that they had non-keto options. The problem is they expect you to have 2 hamburger patties. They don't expect Kate to have 2 hamburger patties. So if she takes 2 hamburger patties, then it's almost like, well, why are you eating more than everybody else?
They actually went around and asked everybody how many, do they want hamburgers, did they want hot dogs, how many hamburger patties did they want? I said I only wanted 1 because I was actually doing okay as far as fullness.
Yeah.
And they ended up with like 6 extra hamburger patties.
Yeah.
So I ate 2.5.
Yeah. But that's what I'm
And some
saying, like
cheese.
the expectation. Like people don't expect girls to go crazy and eat all the food. I eat all the food, but
Margie wants a bubble gum flavor.
ew.
Apparently bubble gum is supposed to be strawberry that's messed up.
But you know,
Anyway.
you can add a flavoring like one of the Loran or OOO drops.
Sherry says it's her son's 21st birthday today. And
Yay,
I can't remember
happy
who else it was.
birthday,
Someone else
Sherry's
said,
son?
fellow Gemini, yes. Sorry, I am kind of skipping the comments
Yeah, what
a
the heck?
lot because for the most part, a lot of them is just, hey, happy birthday,
Happy
Chris.
birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Pat says, no problem, I'll just make a separate order. I was just hoping that they wouldn't have to ship separately. Thank you for the free shipping.
Yes.
By the way, if you make multiple orders,
On the same day,
we combine them in
can
the shipping.
combine them. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
generally
think
speaking,
she's talking about my chow and a regular
Yes.
order.
Yep. Let's see. Betsy says you look extra pretty today.
Thank you.
Betsy was concerned that whether or not you were going to be here for the live stream, and I
Oh.
told her
Was I not
that was
gonna be
well.
here?
She actually asked, "Is Miriam going to be here this morning?" And it was during the like 2 Crazy Ketos. I'm like, I have
Oh,
no
yes.
idea if she's
Hey,
going to show up or not. She's
I
like,
was cleaning
"No,
my
no, no,
kitchen
no."
this morning and hanging out with my kids. So Max was at camp last week too. So he has been home for a couple of days and
Yep.
he's doing great doing the dishes. So we were hanging out and singing at the top of our
Oh, boy.
lungs.
They seem to always do that when I'm like,
Trying to sleep.
every once in a while, I'm like, I'm going to try to take a nap. Nope. The kids want to sing. Bluegrass Girl drove 6 hours one way to pick up a puppy yesterday.
Oh my gosh, is it cute?
Yep. Let's see. Rush says Charlton Heston. There you go. He's probably old. Yep. That's who drove to get it. Randy says, Chris, on my birthday, I get to be king for the day. Do you wear a crown?
I think so.
I have a blue cape that says awesome admin
I
on
have
the
a
back.
tiara that's pink that you could have worn.
It's a tiara!
Happy birthday.
Yeah, there you go. Blue says, I spent most of my day reorganizing kitchen stuff. So much stuff.
Yay. Did you get rid of some of it?
One of the things that I need to do is there is an awful lot of stuff on my side of the room that I just need to go through and
yeah, I actually cleaned my area next to the bed.
Scott says your hair looks amazing today.
Thank you. He's
repeating himself, so hopefully we'll see it.
Perfect.
Well, we saw it that time.
We sure did.
Randy says peanut butter. Keto Chow makes an awesome ice cream. Incidentally, there is a post on the Keto Chow subreddit that said peanut butter is better than you think.
Oh.
And the gist of the post was if you just use the scoop to measure the peanut butter, not chocolate peanut butter, but peanut butter, chances are you probably won't get enough of it.
Okay.
So try weighing it to see how much you scooped out and compare that to the serving size. You may find that you're not getting enough. And when you add enough, you'll be like, whoa, this is way better.
Way better.
Carrie says if you have banana keto chow, that would be appealing. But there's no peels involved. Sean says I'm having caramel macchiato. Anyone surprised? Nope. Made it with hot coffee. Mary says I tend to Mary J. Angel J says I tend to reduce my stuff often. Lately it's been clothing, and I hate to shop for clothing, so nothing is coming back in.
Yes. I'm so tempted and wanted to do the 33 pieces of clothing. I just have such a hard time with it.
All right. Two Greatest Gifts says happy birthday, Chris.
Thank you.
I got a gift certificate to an escape room.
Heck yes, let's go.
From Joe last night. I think that sounds pretty cool. Jen says, when will there be a new Keto-ish podcast episode? They're, I think, reworking the format. They're trying to get more information in. So, Faye says, good morning. What's the best bile salt to use? I no longer have a gallbladder. A lot of people, and Dr. Barry is probably the best person to look at information on that. A lot of people find that they don't need to use bile salt as long as they have a consistent intake of fats. But yeah, check out Dr. Barry. Just search for Dr. Barry bile, and you'll probably
also,
find
if you start with lower fat and then just kind of go up a little at a time, that seems to help. So that it takes longer to get more fat in, but it's like inching your body up to having more fat.
So Betsy has a good question about glycine. So glycine is interesting. It is, I think it's technically, it's not considered a sugar alcohol, but your body doesn't use it as, it doesn't raise your blood sugar as much as glucose does. It isn't, it will often be deducted from net carbs on labels, but it isn't like most people, allulose, most people sucralose, those have no impact on their blood sugar. With glycine, there tends to be an impact on blood sugar. If I remember correctly, it's about 30 on the glycemic index, where pure glucose would be 100 and white bread would be, I think, 120. So white bread has a higher impact on your blood glucose than straight glucose, in case you're wondering.
That's so weird.
For the same amount of grams. Anyway, and glycine is also, when you have a triglyceride, you have three fat molecules that are hooked together with a glycerol backbone. That glycine, that glycerol, they come from, they're very similar, is able to be used by your liver to manufacture any glucose that your body needs, the gluconeogenesis. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people talk about, it used to be people would talk about, oh, if you eat too much protein, it's going to raise your blood sugar. Well, okay, eating protein will raise your blood sugar because your body needs to react to the protein. And it does, there is an insulin response because you need to get the protein into the cells. But eating a steak will not turn into cake, is another way of saying it. Gluconeogenesis, the manufacturing in your liver of glucose, is a demand-based thing. If your body needs glucose, it will make glucose. It's not a supply-driven thing. If you eat too much steak, it doesn't make it into glucose. And what a lot of people who talk about this will point out is that the glycerol in the triglycerides, in the fat that you may be consuming, can also be used by your body to make, for the gluconeogenesis. So if you're really worried about eating too much protein, you should technically be worried about eating too much fat because there is that glycerol in there. Anyway, the end result, where we're getting at with this is some people do use glycine as a sweetener. And it isn't, like I said, it's not as bad as using like maltitol. But if it was me, I would use allulose instead. Or sucralose, or now you go ahead.
I was just going to say, anything that you want to try, test it with your blood glucose and see how you do with it.
Get a cheap blood glucose meter. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Shannon says, does a company earn less when PayPal is used by the customer?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. Do you want to answer that?
Pretty much any service that you use will charge a certain percentage, just like a credit card fee. They're just all different percentages. So
PayPal is 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. Credit cards using
3%,
ShopPay,
right?
it's actually 2.2.
Oh, that's
It is cheaper. It's less expensive for us if you use a credit card to make your payment. Depending on the credit card. American Express, it's the same 3%. But we do save a bit of money. Now, this also came up on Reddit. Somebody asked, why doesn't Keto Chow offer the buy now, pay later payment options? One of the reasons is those actually cost us really a lot, almost double as far as the credit card fees. But also, if you can't afford Keto Chow, please don't buy it. If you need to use something like a buy now, pay later, we would prefer that you save up money
and then buy it later.
And then buy it if that's what you want to do. Or just eat a bunch of ground beef and eggs.
Pepperoni.
Hot
dogs.
Yeah. Keto Chow is more of a luxury item, I guess you could say. I do really like what Ready Set Keto has been saying about Keto Chow. They're like, yeah, when we first started it, and I watched their first video, and they're like, yeah, this is really expensive, so we probably won't be getting it very often. And then a couple videos later, they're like, yeah, this is just something we're going to budget for now.
Cute.
It was really cool. But if you cannot afford Keto Chow, if you have to resort to buy now, pay later, please don't buy it.
And I think something else to remember, that you're not buying Keto Chow in addition to food. Like, put it into your food budget. If what?
Someone says they can't hear you. Check your thing.
Check
Sorry.
my thing. It is on.
Okay.
If I dropped it.
Keep going.
If
Sorry.
you're gonna buy Keto Chow, it's part of your food budget. I'm blurry. Your arm is.
Yeah, sorry, I was just checking to make sure it wasn't on stereo.
It's fine.
Keep going.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay. Let's see. Alan says, warm week here, so I'm making ice cream. Mary's been using the 2KK recipe for salted caramel muffins to make all kinds of different
Nice.
flavored muffins.
Love it.
Orange, apple, pumpkin spice, chocolate, lemon. So good.
Have you tried freezing them, Mary?
Oh, the
I'm just
muffins.
Curious. I've been trying to make foods that I can put in like a serving size and then freeze them, just so that the kids can grab them and whatever.
You mean like individual baggies of chicken nuggets?
Yeah, I did that too.
I
Chris made
I
Joe's
used
recipe of chicken nuggets.
6 pounds of chicken.
Yeah, but I think we should definitely use thighs next time.
Yes,
'cause
chicken
it's too
thighs would be
dry.
way better.
But you could do half thighs and half breasts.
Yeah, well, so using the breasts, I needed to use, the chicken breasts, I needed to use cream cheese and a little bit of cheese. Apparently, if you use just chicken thighs, you don't need that. You can make it with just straight chicken and then bread it.
You know what you could do?
What?
Get a whole roasted chicken, pull it apart, and then pulverize it, and then eat the skin.
Well, yeah, you could do that. But now, Joe was asked today, can you use canned chicken to make it?
I don't see
The
why
problem
not.
with doing that is the recipe is designed for raw chicken. And you put it through a food
and then you
processor to
cook
chop
it.
it up basically
I
into
see.
like this slurry. And then you make it into a ball, roll it around in,
Breading.
well, not breading, pork rinds and maybe a little bit of Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
And then you just squish them flat. And it worked really well. Like, it was surprisingly easy to do, aside from the fact that some of my chicken breasts were still a little bit frozen, and then I had so much going on in there that it was hard to chop it up right.
Well, we do have a small food processor.
Yeah, we do. So anyway, if I did a smaller batch or I used fully thawed chicken thighs,
that might
it would have been a lot
help, too.
easier. But yeah, that's what I made Saturday, and our kids went nuts over them. They
Yeah.
really liked them.
And we
I
made
thought they were
homemade fry
fantastic.
sauce. That was delicious.
Yep.
And then Haley had some on Sunday. We had some on Sunday too.
Becca wants a blueberry cobbler flavor.
Oh, that sounds good, doesn't it?
Kellen, Michigan likes your top.
Oh, Becca, if you haven't, maybe you should go over to the recipe site and show the snickerdoodle cobbler. It is so good.
The kitchen recipe.
That tastes like a blueberry cobbler. To me, it's a yummy.
Search for Cobbler.
What? There it is.
Oh, you know what?
Blueberry
Hold on a second.
co-
We are zoomed in.
What?
There we go.
Why do we keep being zoomed in, Chris?
Because I was using the weekly one.
Click on that.
Anyway, blueberry cobbler with
It's
snickerdoodle.
really good. So you should make it.
Okay.
So there you go. Oh, you gotta grab it.
Oh,
Put it in the
you
thing.
want me to grab the link? Okay.
Yeah. Do it.
That's
Happy
gonna make me
birthday.
jump.
It's okay. We'll go back to the one that says happy birthday, Chris.
That's right. Okay. Jax is maybe I need to turn my volume. Jen says I haven't tried the banana yet. I have 2 single meals. I really like the banana. I'm looking forward to having it for breakfast and lunch. Carrie's at 143 days with no coffee or caffeine.
Yay, Carrie.
Let's see. Jacques says happy birthday, Chris. Keto Chow cupcake, of course. Oddly enough, so we've talked before about our friend across the street who is type 1 diabetic. Yesterday at church, they announced that, hey, we're having treats for
all
the dads. Come and get them after the second meeting. And I'm like, right.
I always just skip that part.
And on my way out the door, someone said, hey, Chris, they actually made keto ones for you. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, our friend who is type 1 diabetic, she had made some cookies and some Rice Krispie style treats that were keto friendly, and one of them was low oxalate. Because there's a guy in our who cannot have oxalates. I'm like, sounds like you need to go carnivore. He's like, that's pretty much what it is. I'm like, okay.
We should bring over some prime rib or something sometime.
Let's see. Shauna says just popped in to say happy birthday, Chris. Can I hang out today at the doctor's office?
Oh, have fun.
Mike says I missed most of the lives last week, I think. Seems like a long time since I've seen one. Let's see. Well, we're only doing the 2 a week right now. The Monday morning and Tuesday night.
Yep.
Matt says I'm moving into my new house right now, so I'm discovering that I buy stuff and don't get rid of the old stuff. Too much stuff to move.
Yes.
Hey, don't forget that you can always store your stuff on OfferUp / Facebook Marketplace / Craigslist. If you haven't used something for a while, you can sell it. And if you ever need it again, buy it again.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I found that in my closet, if I only have a certain number of hangers, I can't get anything else. So if I really want to buy something, I have to like critically look at the things I have and be like, do I really want this more than I want what I already have? And then, because I can't fill up my hangers. That's the end.
Yep. Randy says, today I'm having a Butterfinger Keto Chow shake, my favorite.
Yes.
Blue says in glycine or glycerin. Glycerin. So glycine is an amino acid. And glycerin is glycerin and maybe she was asking about glycine. If you were asking about glycine, that is an amino. Oh, was it glycine?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm off on a complete tangent.
And you were talking about
Glycine
sweetener.
is an amino acid. It is sweet. And,
I thought you knew what you were talking about. Because you said it was 30 in the
yeah, it does still impact your blood sugar.
glycine,
Yep, glycine does.
not glycerin.
Yes. Well, glycerin does as well. Both of those do. Jax says, I have a cool video in my queue on photographing fireworks.
Ooh.
We actually cannot light fireworks where we're
Yeah.
at. We're too
Dumb
close to a
desert.
green belt. Yep.
We're too
Okay, yeah,
close
so
to
she
where-
was asking about glycine. And yeah,
Drought.
you're right, that is an amino acid.
Island it.
Jackie says, got home about an hour ago from a 24-hour drive to Fort
Ooh.
Lauderdale. I think I'm going to doze off for a bit. There you
Good
go.
idea. Take a nap. Refuel.
Mary says, I had to leave my original keto over 50 group because they would promote the protein turns to chocolate cake theory and scaring older folks off essential protein.
That's
if you
dumb.
ever run into that...
We have a talk for you. It's Ben
yeah,
Bickman
so
from Breckenridge.
Bickman,
And he talks about gluconeogenesis. The thing is, anyway, your body's going to do it when it needs it. Anyway, you're not like pushing a button and saying, boop.
Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, this is the one.
This is it.
This one is fantastic. This was given...
No, I don't think that's it.
I'm pretty sure this is it. Oh.
It's glucagon right there. Because he was
You're
standing
right.
on a different stage.
This is the right one. He talks about that in the other one, but the point of his presentation is he's talking about brown fat and how different. Anyway, he goes into pretty extensive details about gluconeogenesis and how it is demand driven, and anyone who argues about whether protein turns into chocolate cake is completely ignorant or in denial about that presentation.
Problem is we just don't know what our bodies are doing by themselves. We think we know, and it's not always correct. It irritates me the same thing when people say, oh, I could never do keto. Like, have you ever slept for more than 8 hours? Because you can.
Some people actually, well...
Like, were you ever a child?
Yeah, were you ever a child?
Because you can. Like, your body is designed to do that. Just because we talk about it doesn't mean that you can't do that thing. Like, your body does it, whether you want to or not. You just don't know you're doing it.
Well, I think they're meaning they can't give up bread and rice.
I know.
Mary
but
says
I'm
I had
just
to leave
saying.
my... Oh, no, I read that one. Julie says my son got married on Saturday. I felt great in my dress. Keto Chow is a big part of me staying on this keto lifestyle. I've lost 30 pounds since September.
Julie, you're the best.
Bluegrass Girl says, yeah, you know, if you take glycine and magnesium, you create magnesium glycinate. That's correct. Magnesium and most other elements, in order for humans to absorb it, have to be paired with something. That could be a chloride. It could be an amino acid. The problem is if you take magnesium and you oxidize it, so it's magnesium oxide, humans don't absorb it. And magnesium oxide is the worst. But magnesium malate, magnesium glycinate, magnesium orotate, those are all
That's a
chelated
made-up
with...
word.
No, it's not. Those are all chelated with
All
amino
words
acids.
are made up.
That's true. Jelly says life in stereo. All right, Carrie says I could hear Miriam this time all the way in Texas.
Texas.
Betsy says I had a Butterfinger creamy last night. So yummy.
yes.
How do you make Butterfinger?
It is toffee and caramel.
Chocolate
Salted
toffee.
caramel, chocolate toffee.
No, Butterfinger is chocolate
Oh, no,
peanut
that's
butter.
Snickers.
Yeah, chocolate peanut butter and chocolate toffee.
Sorry, I got squirreled.
Scott says I really respect you saying that. Most companies will want you to buy. They don't
Yeah.
care if you go into debt. Well,
We definitely want you to buy, but we also want you to be smart.
okay, it would be nice if you bought stuff, but we would rather our customers like do keto successfully, and well, that means that they would stay customers too. So
Yeah.
anyway, Jerry says I have lots of chicken thighs now defrosting in the fridge. I had vac sealed them and they were on sale. Oh, making Joe Rachel's recipe
Yay.
would be amazing. Shauna says I used canned chicken, just skipped the food processor part and cooked a little less in the air fryer, and they worked fine.
Nice.
Mary says that's why I promote Keto Chow all the time. It's the integrity of your company that keeps me
you.
coming back. Whether a company tells people not to buy if they can't afford it, and what to eat instead. Hamburger. It's delicious.
Hamburger.
Let's
beef.
see. Linda says happy birthday. Betsy says, does anyone put ZV root beer as the liquid in the creamy? Does it sit out and lose its fit?
I'm sure it would.
I froze
Yeah.
a whole can of
But if you use
Zevia.
that instead of the
It
water.
didn't work.
but she means instead of the water. I'm sure it would work, but it probably
Oh, like mixed up
it
with
would
Keto
definitely
Chow?
lose its fizz because you'd have to freeze it.
Yeah.
And then freezing it would make it not fizzy.
Dorothy says, I didn't think I would care for the summer flavors for the creamy, but love them.
I love them too. They're so refreshing.
I think the Father's Day
It should be
promo
over.
is over now, by the way. We had a deal where you could get 10% off on the summer flavors bundle, and you would get a free pack of playing cards and a sticker.
So funny.
But I think that is done. Let's see. Mary says, Miriam, my daughter, and her friends are coming for Christmas in July.
Yes.
I'll be pre-cooking all kinds of things and freezing muffins. I'll let you know how they do.
Okay, I want to hear.
Janet says, chicken thighs for me. Two Crazy Keto says, our church had maple bacon donuts for the dads. I walked right past them. I was just so surprised that there was anything for me, because in the past,
They always
there's
have
been
Fat Boy ice cream sandwiches.
yeah, or they had ice cream, and it's like, cool. And then all my kids, my non-keto kids, are fighting over which one gets it.
Yeah, typically Mother's Day is more successful because they often will give plants.
Oh, there you
And
go.
plants are gluten-free.
Betsy says, I just found out that a friend at church is keto and couldn't afford Keto Chow, so I shared some, and a wonderful Keto Chow friend
you're so
sent me some more to share
sweet.
with her to help
my
me try new flavors.
gosh.
That's
so
fantastic.
awesome. Thanks, Betsy.
Dorothy says, I need to try the nuggets now. You're all making me hungry. They were a lot of work just because I made a massive batch. I think I did like 6 times the recommended amount.
Yeah.
Scott says, you had pina colada, but have you tried just a coconut? Nope. But you can try either the
Just
cookies
take
or
vanilla
cream
and make it with
or the
coconut.
vanilla. Yeah. And add, even coconut.
You know what else
banana
would be
work
good?
well.
Banana and coconut. That'd be good.
Yep.
Strawberry and coconut. I like key lime and coconut.
Randy says, my neighbor's doing keto. I was able to share with him some Keto Chow. I won from Serious Keto. Oh, you won some of that? That's awesome.
Yes.
Gina's singing
Thank
happy
you,
birthday,
Randy.
dear Chris Bear. Okay.
Aw, Gina, thank you.
He says pina colada with coconut oil is the bomb. Let's see.
It is, right? So good.
Tony says, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe the like button.
That's not right.
Betty says, when people say they can't eat the way I do, I say, you're probably right. Because whether you think you can or can't, you're right.
Yep.
Henry Ford, the way you think is powerful. Chrissy's having banana Keto Chow for breakfast.
Yay, Christy.
And Dorothy's having chocolate toffee Keto Chow and the creamy tonight with butter pecans.
Butter pecans.
Let's see,
great
Mac
idea.
Warrior. Hey, long time no see.
Hey,
So I've
how
been
are
sticking
you?
busy, so that I've been eating whatever I can grab quick. Top 3 recommendations and prepared meal subscriptions would be helpful. As far as I haven't ever looked into prepared meal subscriptions, at least for keto
I know
stuff.
Christy Davis had one for a while.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
she
really
still
good.
does.
Does she?
Yeah, if you go on
they
the Keto
rechanged
Village
it.
Facebook group, I don't know what the name of it is, but they do still
I
have
don't
one.
remember either.
I think you still have to cook them though, don't you? Or are they just
Oh
frozen
yeah,
and you heat
they're
them
frozen. You heat them up.
up? Yeah.
So you still have to have a microwave.
Yeah. So check out
The
Christy
Keto Village.
Davis with a C. Yep. Dorothy says, I'm going to make snickerdoodle Keto Chow chaffles today. Usually make at least 4 for a few days with some sausage patties.
Yeah.
Betsy says, is it important to let it defizz before you put it in liquid in the creamy? No.
No, I'm
it'll
sure
defizz itself.
It'll fizz itself out.
MG wanted to get the Father's Day deal, but do not like the peaches and cream.
That's okay.
And we can still be friends.
That's right.
Yeah, Keto Life Granny on Wednesday is starting is ending a carnivore challenge.
Ah.
We'll be having Keto Chow again.
So when you end, you want to make sure you don't go crazy and binge on all of the things that you haven't had.
That's true.
Because that is a difficult thing
I have
for me.
that issue. That's where this is from. When this says Keto Chow has been my lifesaver this week, my doctor put me on a liquid diet for 7 days, and right away I said,
Oh.
no problem.
I got this.
That's awesome. Carrie says I have to shake my head all the time with churches and the donuts. Yeah. Now we did have, last week, we had a Linger Longer after all of our stuff was done at church, and there was a plate of deviled eggs.
Yes.
That was the only thing I ate.
It was just so sad because I'm like looking down the table and I'm like, please have their deviled eggs be there when I get there as my empty plates just waiting, and I'm walking past the next thing, past the next thing, past the next thing. I'm like, please be there as the plate gets empty. I'm all, oh, one.
Mike says, is there anything new in the Keto Chow universe? The tablets, the bags of tablets, we have those now.
Yes, that are a little bit hard to find. You just go to
Yep.
Electrolytes and then it's in the drop down of the Electrolyte section.
Melinda says, I like that when you buy Keto Chow, you earn dollars or credit towards your next purchase.
Yes.
You can let them accumulate. That helps getting a discount and makes them feel appreciated as a customer.
Yes.
I was thinking about that specific thing, about blender bottles. We had someone once that was really mad that they had ordered a lot of stuff and we had never sent them anything for free.
Oh, right.
Like, they were really upset. And I was like, okay, is that something you expect? You know, we do have a rewards program, and you can use that to buy a blender bottle. And I think they just wanted us to randomly throw free stuff in there. And we're like, I'd rather keep the cost down as much as we can. Do that.
We would love to randomly throw free stuff to everyone.
Yep. And we actually threw some of those tablets into people's orders at one point, but it wasn't based on what they had purchased, because the fulfillment team, they're not pulling up your prior purchase history when they're packing orders.
Yep.
They just
do what
they got the sheet and they do what it says. Carol's going to have pistachio ice cream today.
Yes.
Scott says, I love coconut and everything. Carrie recommended the tomato basil and coconut. I like butter or bacon fat in the tomato basil. Rennie says, I think decorated meat cookies would be awesome to take to a church function. I think you're right. You could use like a pate and make them like a sugar cookie. Yeah. Or take some cream cheese and mix it up with stuff and make like frosted meat cookies. I would eat that.
Yeah, I would too.
Speaking of meat cookies, here's Dennis. Says, good morning, Chris and Miriam. Happy birthday, Chris. Who brought that unusual creamy container to the meetup? That was, what's her name? Dang it.
I don't remember what you're talking about.
The tomato basil ice cream.
Oh, Marie Campos.
Marie Campos. There you go.
I thought you were talking about the physical container. I'm like, I don't remember seeing a weird container.
Yeah, the Keto Chow tomato soup base with cream cheese.
It was really good. Yeah.
It wasn't. We had a lasagna for Father's Day dinner last night.
Yeah, it was good. Oh, we didn't even take any leftovers. The kids will eat them. No.
Well, maybe they won't notice it because it's all still in
the
pan.
Right. Hopefully.
We had crazy windstorms all from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and yesterday. Christy wanted to know if anybody got crazy windstorms.
Yeah, Chris is having a hard time breathing because of all that.
I am. I got a lot of junk in my throat, in my lungs. Alan says, meat cookies? Yeah, it's hamburger patties.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sandra says, witching ad I walk on. Or watching ad. Okay. Scott says, I have surgery tomorrow and will not want to cook, so I'll be drinking a lot of Keto Chow at least 2 meals a day.
And you make sure and rest and heal. Sleep and heal.
Sandra was saying, watching as I walk on a treadmill. There you go.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Kathy says, my company will put out snacks and food for meals sometimes, but never hardly anything keto-friendly. Last week they had tons of donuts. I rarely get to eat at work. Maybe string cheese. Just have them do that. Dorothy says, you did? Love the deck of cards, especially the Joker. Yeah, and Laura says, yeah, your rewards program lets people choose their free gift. That's right. Let's see, Mary says, I got a Keto Chow blender bottle for free in my first order from Switch. Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Frosted meat cookies. Yeah, those do sound amazing. And he says, has anyone ever purchased adding flavor stickers to each flavor purchased or suggested? So one thing that we looked into was actually getting wristbands that had the flavors engraved into them. But when we got into the nuts and bolts of it, it was it wasn't something that we wanted to do. So I usually just throw them in the fridge and it's just whatever. Or you can write on them with a dry erase marker, or you can use a wet erase marker. Miriam has some labels that dissolve.
I actually really like those. Because the kids never take off the tape, and Chris never takes the tape off, so then it ends up in the bottom of the dishwasher.
Yep. Eddie says it would be cool if we had sheets of stickers to use. I actually looked into sticker sheets of just random stuff, and they are really expensive to have printed. JX says when you order from Walmart or Amazon or any reputable retailer, they don't randomly throw in free things. Why would you assume they would as well? I don't know. Although Miriam did a pickup order from Walmart, and there was all sorts of random stuff in there. Mike says we have
I'm sure it was the companies that
the
paid
companies were
Walmart
paying,
to put a sample bag
to put free
together.
samples in there. Mike says we have a kind of ice cream social after church because of boundary changes. We have a bunch of new people. None of us keto guys ate any.
Ah.
That's so funny. Kel says, happy you have wrapped electrolyte pills now. Sometimes I put one in my pocket and forget they disintegrate. Oh, yeah, they sure would.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Well,
I guess you just open up the powder thing and just go salt pixie stick.
Yeah, Blue says, I've gotten free stuff from y'all. Maybe they heard other customers saying that they did and got jealous. I think that is what it was. Lisa says, I use painter's tape to label each container of creamy ice cream.
That's what we do, too.
Different flavors of Keto Chow ice cream. Yep. Mary J. Angel J says, I'm playing on what to use my Memorial Day bonus on. I've changed my mind a dozen times.
Oh, it's so hard.
Dorothy says, I was going to make flavor stickers, cut out the name of the Keto Chow packet, run through a laminator, hole punch, and add a clip to put on the ring of a blender ball. That's a really good way to do it.
Plus, it'd look cute.
Mary says, did you find your allergies, difficult breathing this time of year is easier with keto than it used to be? I haven't really noticed any difference myself. Debbie says, I got a packet of electrolyte tablets for you in an order. Yes, we did send those out. I'm very glad you did that because I can't stand the taste of electrolytes in water. I've been using them since I got my new supply yesterday.
Yes, Debbie, thank you for sharing that.
Christy said, I would pay for a set of wristbands I could add to my bottles.
I know, they're cute. But then it was like one more thing you have to store. And then I'd be like, well, I need 3 chocolates and I only have 1 chocolate wristband. And it was like, it's just going to be a nightmare.
So this is, how do I sign up for the rewards program? I earn discounts on my next order. Is that the rewards program? So,
wow.
Excuse me. In the bottom left corner of the screen, there's a little rewards program thing. If you have an account on our site, you probably have a rewards program account. And it basically is giving you a 5% back. And it shows up as a discount code, a gift card code that you can use when you're paying for your order. So, yeah, and if you sign into your account, there should be a rewards program link right in there. And if you have any questions, if you message our customer service people, they can check on stuff for you and make sure that you're getting all your rewards program stuff as well. Lori's here. She's late.
Lori, hi.
Dorothy says sausage meat cookies with cream cheese added with a frosting. That sounds good.
Bacon on top?
Dennis says, I'm giving my dad's root beer away. Who needs poison? Anyone? Anyone?
Nope.
Mike says, if you put Keto Chow caps in your merch store, I'd buy one. So the merch store, we're just using Amazon merch, and they don't have any hats available.
I know. We've been asked that a lot.
Yep. Let's see. Randy says, catching
are hard to make.
Radical Geek is here. Says catching the end.
Yay.
Let's see. Susan says, how do we suggest flavors? You just randomly yell them out, and
we'll hear you from here.
We will hear you from
Although
you
need
type
to type
them out.
your yell in.
The problem is it usually takes a lot of people asking for a flavor, and it also takes like 8 or 9 months for us to get something actually produced. So the Two Crazy Ketos ran into this with the caramel macchiato. It took months and months and months and months. It was
like a year in development.
Yeah, it was something like that for it to actually come out.
It's hard.
Laura says, do the rewards points have an expiration or a use-by date? They do. It's 6 months from when you get them. When you first get them, it will send you an email saying, hey, you got rewards, here's the expiration date. There's nowhere for you to see that expiration date other than that email.
But you can reach out to customer service and they can look it up.
Yeah, they can actually send you a screen capture of, here's all the rewards points that you've earned and when they expire. So, Gina says, are there any new flavors in the making?
Yes.
None to speak of.
Yes.
MG wants strawberry kiwi.
Oh.
Jerry Dog says pizza savory flavor. I am not planning on making, just so you know, I'm not planning on making any new savory flavors.
Let's just eat pizza. But not regular pizza.
So we made the beef soup base to serve as a base for any savory flavor you want to make. You want to add stuff to it. You want to add pepperoni and mozzarella cheese and make yourself a pizza soup. Great. You want to use it for baking? Great. But I am not planning on making any new savory flavors.
Chaffles out of the tomato and then make the little tiny pizzas.
Use them as
out of it.
pizzas.
They're so cute.
Sean says caramel macchio is so worth it. MG wants a dragon fruit flavor as well.
I don't know if that even tastes good.
Randy says, I wonder what flavors Steve with Serious Keto is making. None to speak of. Ellis has just got here, but happy birthday, Chris. Like says, bummer. Someday maybe.
I know, right?
And just subscribed. Well, awesome. Katie wants a cotton candy flavor.
Well, that would be different, huh?
Bird Loves Paint says, I have not tried it yet. What flavors do you recommend to try for the first time? I'd recommend the Essentials Kit, which has 6 different flavors in it.
Yep.
Chocolate is, I could have chocolate every day
Chocolate is a
for
winner.
months at a time and not be sad about it.
Chocolate mint, chocolate peanut butter.
And the thing about it is,
toffee.
everybody's tastes are so different. There is no way to predict which ones you're going to like and which ones you aren't, other than trying them out. And that's why we have the different flavor bundles.
Yep.
That you can just kind of grab. It has a bunch of different flavors. Try them out. But yeah, the chocolate most people like. Chocolate peanut butter too.
Yeah.
Radical Geek says that beef soup base really makes good creamy mushroom soup.
Yeah, it does.
Susan says, yeah, tomato basil would work for a pizza base. Mac Warrior says, oh no, I didn't know there was an expire date for rewards. Yep. Jerry says, just no durian fruit.
Oh, yeah.
Durian fruit is that fruit
a stinky one.
that I guess tastes good but smells terrible.
How can it be?
I don't know.
How?
Lynn says, so far I like the chocolate, salted caramel, Irish cream, and I'm making vanilla today.
Nice.
Alan says the orange mango is so good. Radical Geek says Olive Nation has an alcohol-free cotton candy extract.
Oh, yes.
Add that to the cookies and cream or the vanilla.
Yep.
That would work really well.
And I do like Olive Nation.
Judge says we have vanilla, but a French vanilla would be amazing. I used to remember what the difference was between those two, but I can't remember what it is now.
Fanciness.
Probably. Margie says, yep, wants cotton candy. Jenna says, retry flavors you didn't like. I didn't like chocolate mint the first time, but I tried it again several months later, and I liked it.
Yep, and it's interesting too, like the flavors that you think you're not gonna like, try it as a recipe, and then you may like it that way.
Yep. Dennis says, I'm grateful to Marie Campos. She inspired me. I'm working on savory options for the Ninja Creamy.
Nice.
Well, before we go, I did want to point out that it is Juneteenth today.
Yes.
And one of the things that Miriam and I did, we actually already did a donation to Operation Underground Railroad.
Right. We forgot about
Slavery still exists today. And so that's something that we don't want anybody to be subjected to that sort of thing. So this is as close to a political thing as you're ever going to get out of us on a live stream. But we encourage all of you to find a charity in your local area that you could contribute to as well. So.
Yeah. So.
Anything else you wanted to talk about?
Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth. Well, yesterday was Juneteenth, but it's celebrated today.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So our parking lot is empty because a lot of people had today off.
Oh, and Rush had a question before we go. Let's see. Keto Chow canola. Does Keto Chow have canola oil or sunflower oil? So this is an FAQ. He wanted me to elaborate. Said that Joe had made a mention of this. The short answer is it's on the ingredient list, but you won't find canola oil or sunflower oil in the actual product because, yeah, it is used on the machines that spray dry the flavors. We're actually in the process of switching that out for MCT oil, but there's the link for that. So check it out.
Oh, Sherry, thanks to Keto Chow, I've lost 67 pounds.
Wow.
Since 9/1/21. Yes, Sherry, you're killing it.
Well, you all have a fantastic day, and we'll actually see you tomorrow night. So, okay, bye, everybody.
Bye.